is you doing at my door? I see messages about pregnancy. She was pregnant by Jason's dad. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. I'm Chrissy. If you're new here, what are you doing? Go ahead, subscribe. Okay, it's 2025, so that's just another year for more growth, more videos, more success, more goals to be reached. Let's get into the story. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you follow me on my social media. It will be here, but it will also be in the description box down below. Let's get into the story, because one thing about me, I don't play about disrespect or respect. If you give it, you'll get it. There's a certain level of patience that people just don't have, and I'm one of those people. Okay, after a certain point, how much more patience can I give you? I'm gonna take you back to when everything seemed normal. I was living my best life, minding my business as per usual. Everything was good, everything was cool. I was still best friends with one of my best friends. Since childhood, we've been like this, okay? I thought everything was going well, and I thought I knew everything about him until everything went bad and downhill, and it was a dumpster fire. And his little girl, Tiffany, as soon as she came into his life, everything pretty much went downhill from there. Tiffany obviously was, for the purpose of this, we're gonna call my boy best friend, we're gonna call him Jason. Tiffany had been with Jason for a little bit now, and I always felt like something was off with her. I always was just like a little bit skeptical about their relationship. She just gave me bad vibes, you know, and I was like, maybe I'm just doing the most right now, but maybe I'm not. Because you just get that vibe about people, and Tiffany had that energy about her. This is her energy, right? I'm the queen, bow down. Like, she's like just gracing you with her presence. That's what you should be thankful for, her presence. That's what she gave off. Like, all of this stuff, everything we do all the time is about her. She was just always doing too much. She had to throw shade every time she talked.
Shut up, bitch.
Yeah, me and my man, we didn't really hang around them like that, but whenever we did, that's the energy that Tiffany was giving off all the time. She always had to side-eye me. I could tell, as his best friend, that Tiffany thought that me and him had something going on. Everybody thinks that, but we don't. This generation, you can't be friends with the opposite sex. You just can't. Jason, though, I could tell that he was in love with her. He really did like her. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna let it slide. I'm not gonna say anything. You're happy, I'm happy. You love it, I love it. The more I hung around Tiffany and Jason, the more I could just tell that something was off, especially with her. So like, something about her was not right. We don't say anything to Jason about this feeling. We don't say anything about Jason to her side-eyeing me, because I thought everything was cool. Because I don't say anything. I don't talk to people crazy. I don't do any of that. So I just don't understand what the secret, weird animosity with me and her was. At that time, I didn't know. But anyway, Jason ends up inviting me to this fancy restaurant with Tiffany, because he's planning to do something for her, right? I'm gonna just take it down a notch and just say he wanted to give her a promise ring, because it's embarrassing. I'm sorry.
Bitch, I see what you did there. I know.
Jason invites me to this fancy restaurant on a Saturday. I was like, okay, cool. At this point, I'm used to Tiffany's big energy, so I just am like, you know what? That's my best friend. He wanna do something for his girl. He wanna give her a promise ring. So I am like, okay, I will be here for this moment for you, because me and Jason been through everything together since childhood. So Saturday night, we planned to go to the fancy restaurant so Jason could give Tiffany this promise ring. Usually every weekend or every other weekend, we hang out anyway. So we were already hanging out. Let me just say that. Remember what I just said. Saturday, we all hung out anyway. So Saturday evening, Saturday night, before we went to the restaurant, these are when these things are taking place. But remember what I'm saying. We hung out Saturday because I'm gonna come back. It's gonna be like a flashback. I'm gonna come back to this, but I wanna get into the meat and potatoes and gravy and beans of this story right here. I'm sitting at home, alone, on the couch, minding my business. I'm scrolling through Instagram, scrolling through TikTok, trying to pass the time by before my man come home so we can get ready to go to the restaurant. I have this feeling. I feel like something ain't right. You have that instincts, intuition, that feeling, that gut feeling that you're like, something bad about to happen, something weird's going on. You feel kind of watched. You feel just like somebody's in your house, but you like tripping, like you just hearing noises, but you tripping. But I just ignored it because I knew nobody was in my house. As soon as I was like, girl, you tripping, you imagining things, what do I hear? I hear my front door handle jiggling. Not like my man is opening the door coming home, like he's open, no. Like somebody's trying to do it quietly and they're trying to like sneak in, break into this house. So I'm like, who is at my front door? Who the heck is at my door? Because I know it's not my man. Check the time. I get up, I go to the door, I look through the peephole. Guess who's trying to low-key break in to my apartment? Girl, what is you doing at my door? I already don't really care for you like that, and now you doing weird stuff at my front door?
Buddy, you're weird.
Make it make sense. I see that it's Tiffany, and I'm immediately suspicious because one, no warning, no text, no Jason, no nothing. You're just here at the door, being weird, trying to get into my apartment, especially at the time that it was. We were supposed to be about getting ready to go to this restaurant. So shouldn't you be back with Jason trying to get ready and go be in love or something? I don't know, but you should not be at my place. So I try to not think of worst case scenarios. Like, is she trying to get in here because she think I'm not here and my man about to be home and something going on with them? Hold that conspiracy theory, hold it. Think about it. What is Tiffany doing here unannounced? I had no clue she was gonna be over here. And that's strike number one, because nothing good happens when somebody shows up at your door uninvited at nighttime. That's strike number one. So I text Jason and I'm like, where are you? Where's Tiffany? Like, is Tiffany supposed to be over here? No answer from Jason. So that's strike number two. Because where are you? Are you okay? What happened to you? Why is Tiffany here trying to break into my house? So I asked Tiffany, I open the door and I'm like, why are you here? What are you doing trying to get into my place? She's talking, and when people talk a little too much, they kind of reveal what they really mean or what they're really trying to do. She's talking, she's like, I'm just trying to find some of Jason's things. I'm just here to check in. First of all, I know you're lying, because you tried to get into my place without a key and you were uninvited.
Period.
You lied. Strike number three. And you keep lying. Oh! Now I know you're not here to check in. You're here for something. And I'm not liking it. And I'm gonna call the cops. I'm gonna call the police. You are in my safe space and you're not making me feel so safe. This is when it hits me that Tiffany was there to look for something incriminating. Look for some type of evidence in my house. Because she thought that the reason her and Jason were becoming distant was because me and him had something going on, that he was cheating on her with me because we were spending some time together. But mind you, me and Jason are grown. And if you grown, you know that you and your best friend, you might not talk every day. You might not talk every week, but you know that that's still your best friend. Mind you, at this time, I haven't talked to Jason in like 2-3 weeks, but he invited me out with y'all because he had something special he wanted to do for her. But yeah, she was trying to break into my house and find something incriminating, find some type of evidence. Mind you, I already knew that let me stop right there. Let me stop. Let me go back. Through some FBI work, okay? I can't tell you my ways, but through FBI research type of work, I found out Tiffany had been watching Jason's every move. Yeah, they may share locations or whatever, but she's going through a lot of trouble to get him on some type of cheating stuff, which is not going to happen. A lot of the times when people keep trying to put that their partner is cheating, it's because they're cheating and they are just like projecting their own things onto their partner. That's most cases. But I found out she was watching his every move, like not just location, but like Apple AirTags, Instagram, everything. It just went to a really, really deep extent. I'm like, Tiffany, you need to get up. You need to get up out of here. You got to get up out of here. You got to go. And at this point, we're kind of like by the front door, in the doorway. I kind of let her in, but obviously I don't feel that unsafe to not just let her in here. I'm not having it. But Tiffany, with her big girl energy, she pushes me.
Girl, girl, you just don't know.
She shoves me, and I mean hard. And I wasn't expecting that. So I take a step back. Obviously, she shoved me. I'm already taking steps back. And I'm just like, I know this ain't happening right now. I know I'm not being pushed and shoved in my own house. You've been side-eyeing me. I've been wanting to smack you upside your mouth. What happens is we're right here by the entryway, the front door. We over here fighting. This girl is trying to scratch my face. She gets scrappy, okay? She's trying to scratch my face. She's pulling my hair. It was just bad. We was really in here fighting. Let me set the scene. It wasn't on the couch, but it was kind of like this. It's a full-on fight. Like I said, my neighborhood is quiet. My building is quiet. So we are right by the door. The door is open. We're on the floor fighting. Lord Jesus, the neighbors don't come in my house. And they're like, yo, what's going on? Break it up, what you doing? The fight gets broken up. And let me tell you, Tiffany is wild, bro. This is a fight, but like, this is like some wild animals. Like, I've never been in a type of fight like that. Tiffany is being held back, I'm being held back, and she says the most wild statement that you could ever think of. And what you'd be like, what else, what worse could Tiffany do right now? You know, she already about to break in my house, now she fighting me in my front of my doorway. My neighbors involved, holding us back, like they probably about to call the cops. She's like,
you think I don't know, I know. You think that I don't know, but I do know. I know what you hiding, and I know what you doing with Jason.
Not only her fighting me over this made up jealousy, she goes ahead and she says it out her mouth. She had some demons and some monsters she was fighting on her own and some huge secrets she was keeping that she couldn't handle. And that's why she put it on me, because she didn't want to accept her own and accept accountability of her actions.
Clock that T. Clock it. Clock that T. Clock it. Clock that T.
Mind you, like I said, I'm gonna go back to when me and Jason and Tiffany and my man were hanging out that Saturday. Before my man went to work, before Jason left and Tiffany left, so they could start getting ready and chill before we left for the restaurant, fancy restaurant, right? I don't know if I should tell it before. I'm gonna tell it after. Before what she said, after I said me and Jason are not messing with each other. After she told me, I know what you did, I know you Jason messing with each other, blah, blah, blah. This is what I had found out. It's gonna sound bad when I go back to the fighting scene, but this is back when we were at my house and we were hanging out that day. Like I said, I already have a weird feeling about Tiffany. I'm always watching her. I'm always looking at her actions to see what she's doing. You know, you just kind of like keep your eyes peeled. We're hanging out, we're all in the moment, we're all chilling, we're all talking, we're watching TV. She can't do anything but be on her phone. She'll say she want to watch a movie, she'll pick the movie, but then she'll be on her phone constantly and like being real weird and secretive. Like, who texts like this? Oh! Nobody texts like this unless you're hiding something. I'm just seeing her do that constantly. It's not like I'm staring at her, but every time I look over, that's what she's doing, right? She's constantly trying to check her phone. She was probably way too stressed out, way too worried, way too anxious. What happens? She leaves her phone on the couch, and she's so worried about Jason that she leaves her phone unlocked. So she gets up, she leaves her phone unlocked on the couch, and she goes into the other room to see what Jason is doing, because Jason is over there making a phone call. What's the phone call about? Probably about the plans that he's setting up for at the fancy restaurant, right? But she's so nosy, she go over there anyway. So they're in there, they're talking, right? I let them do their thing, but I see her phone on the couch unlocked. And me being the best friend that I am, if I think something's suspicious, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna look into it for you, okay? So I'm gonna go over there on the couch and I'm gonna look at that unlocked phone, but I had to be quick because, you know, the phone gonna lock. So I run over there, I get the phone. I'm looking through her messages, I'm looking through Instagram, I'm looking through everything. In this phone, I go to the messages, and that's where all of it spills out. I see messages about pregnancy from Tiffany. I'm like, yo, whoa, hold up. Does Jason know? 1. But 2, the messages about her being pregnant are not between her and Jason.
Oh!
The messages saying like, you know, I'm pregnant, how we gonna fix this? What are we gonna do? You know, what should I do about it? Is between Tiffany and Jason's dad.
Oh!
You need to leave.
Tiffany and Jason's dad. So why are you talking to Jason's dad about pregnancy? Why would you mention that to him? Why does that have any importance to him? As I keep snooping, I'm in her photos at this point, and I see screenshots of messages between her and my man. I just see the name at the top of the screenshot. That's all I see. So I can't confirm or deny the phone number. But I'm looking at the messages, and it's like, you know, we need to meet at our usual meeting spot. Do you think Chrissy and Jason have figured this out? When are we gonna stop doing this? Like, I miss you, blah, blah, blah. Mind you, those messages, those screenshots were fake as I don't know what.
Oh!
And how I know this is because my man, 1, does not talk like that. I've been with my man for so long, I can tell how my man talks and the type of man my man is and who Tiffany is. I'm looking at these messages. First thing I want to do is go off. But then I'm looking at these messages. I'm like, my man doesn't talk like this. If this is him, why is he talking like this? I look at the bottom. Why does the bottom have the PixArt logo on it? The PixArt logo? So you was editing messages and you was gonna send it to me at some point or show me at some point to make it seem like you was talking with my man, which I know is not a possibility. You're really insane. You are clinically insane. You are crazy to sit there and have that much time and make fake messages with me and my man. But back to the pregnancy part. She was pregnant by Jason's dad, and I know she was messing with other people too. There's no way she wasn't. But to be pregnant by your boyfriend's dad, wild. Back to when she was at my house and we were fighting. She was getting so worked up and she was about to not be able to hide the pregnancy no more. She got so overwhelmed and she showed up at my house. She showed up at my door trying to get into my house because she had problems going on. And she was sleeping with Jason's dad behind his back for months. So not only is Tiffany wrong, but Jason's dad is wrong too. Keep this in mind. What I told y'all, I already knew Tiffany was pregnant when we was fighting. I already knew. Should I fight a pregnant woman? No, okay? Did I get charged? No. I knew this information already. I read the text messages, right? So whatever she was trying to throw at me wasn't going to work. And the only reason I didn't tell Jason was because I was going to tell him at that dinner that night, right before he put that promise ring on her finger. At this point, it's cooled down a little bit, okay? I tell my neighbors, yo, you can go. They're still standing to the side, but I'm talking to her and she's trying to show me screenshots. She's trying to show me things and do things not knowing that I already know this information because I've seen it already. So she's showing me the messages, the screenshots between her and my man, and I'm like, Tiffany, do you not know I already know that that's a lie? I already know about you being pregnant and it's Jason's dad and the messages of how we gonna get this over with, how we gonna fix this, like we shouldn't have been doing this. I've seen the messages. I know that you are messing with Jason's dad. I know this stuff. Stop trying to gaslight me into thinking all this other bullcrap. I'm not having it. She's like, okay, whatever. Well, I wasn't messing with your little boyfriend, but I'm like, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I know you wasn't messing with my man. Okay, skip to the next part. Tiffany, she's quick with it. She's quick with it, I will say that. She took pictures after we fought. She took pictures of her at my apartment. She sent it to Jason talking about I asked her to come over here and now we ended up fighting because of me and I was jealous of her being with him. So now she's put all this stuff into this man's head, but he's my best friend. He know I ain't, he know I ain't tripping. But she tries to put all these things into his head to confuse him, to really make him not see what is really going on here, which is what I'm about to expose here. I'm texting Jason. I'm texting him. I'm like, where are you? You need to come to my apartment, or you need to call me. You need to do something, because Tiffany is over here. She going crazy. Answer the phone. She's trying to fill his head up before I can even talk to him with all this bull crap, and she ends up leaving my apartment. But we had this whole exchange of words, like, yeah, I know you pregnant by Jason's dad, like, you realize I'm gonna tell Jason, right? And she was like, you think no one changes anything? That don't change nothing. Like, what is that gonna do? So she's basically already convinced that she got Jason wrapped around her pinky finger, and that he ain't gonna believe anything that anybody else say. He believed me, sis, because y'all not together no more. But anyway,
Clock that T. Clock it. Clock that T. Clock it. Clock that T.
It all unfolded. They ended up breaking up. Me and Jason still friends, but it was just crazy because he just thought I knew for a longer time than I did, but I was like, no, I just found out. So it was just like, we didn't talk for a minute after that, especially like that type of information being told. It was kind of crazy. We're good now. Yeah, it was crazy. Like, I've never had somebody, obviously never had somebody try to break in, thank God. I've never fought somebody in my own house besides my man, you know? I'll be fighting him. I don't think Jason and his father will ever speak again. She didn't end up keeping the baby, unfortunately, but fortunately, you know, I'm pro-choice. Whatever you gotta do, you gotta do. But I would not personally have an abortion, you know what I mean? But in that circumstance, it's like she was just dating somebody, and now she's gonna have his brother and son.
You need to leave.
No, and I don't know where Tiffany is or what she's doing, and I really don't care. So that's the end. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What would you do in this situation? If it were your best friend, or if it were you in this situation, what would you be thinking right now? Because for me, it's like, as the best friend, I feel I had to tell him at a certain point before he really gave her a promise ring, you know? I should have told him as soon as I read the messages, but I just did not. When I read that, I was in shock. I was like, that's the only thing I regret, is not telling him sooner. I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this story time. I will be back with many, many, many more. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow me on social media. It will be right here, and will also be in the description box down below. I love you guys so, so much. Thank you for everything, watching my videos. Bless you all in 2025. Be safe out there. And I love you guys again. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.